You guys ever wondered what you're going to make for dinner? I took out a whole chicken yesterday and stuck it in the fridge. And I had planned to make chicken stock with it. But then I didn't take anything else out for dinner. So that chicken now becomes dinner. And then I'm like, well, what am I going to do with it? Okay? And so I asked Randy, and he's like, well, you hadn't made Chicken Cacciatore in forever. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I said, I hadn't done a video on that. And he's like, no. So we're having Chicken Cacciatore because it's all pantry staples, and I had everything, and I didn't have to run to the store. I'm good. Hi, I'm Tammy at All About Living, and welcome to my kitchen. It really is an easy ingredient list. You're going to need a little bit of chicken stock, some butter, some olive oil, a can of mushrooms, or fresh, either one, a few chives, some garlic, an onion, some green and red bell peppers, either one or both, some tomato paste, a whole chicken, pepper, thyme, oregano, parsley, chicken bouillon, and salt, and then your choice of pasta. I'm using this, and I can't remember what it's called, but any kind of pasta will do. And water to cook the pasta in. Alright, first thing we're going to do, and y'all know, if y'all have watched our channel at all, you know I like a hot pot before I ever put anything in it. And I'm going to shoot for a medium to just over medium flame. And I'm going to let this pot get hot. Okay, we're going to put just a couple tablespoons of olive oil in there. And we're going to put one good heaping tablespoon of butter. Hear that little sizzle? I let my pot get hot. Now I'm just going to give that a little stir. Let that butter melt. And we'll start adding that. Well, we're going to salt and pepper the chicken and then add it as we go. Alright, we're just going to salt that, both sides. I'm going to drop a little pepper on there and drop it skin side down in the pot. Same thing, next piece. Last one. We'll have to make some room in here. Now we're going to let that skin get good and brown. Alright, it's time to flip my chicken. Now nice and brown. Now we're going to brown that other side, same way. And while this is browning, I'm going to come over here and cut up my onion and get my garlic ready. Okay, for my onion, I'm not going to dice it real fine. But we love onion. You know, if you don't, then dice it up as small as you like. But I'm just going to kind of not. Just 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 1, 2. And that's it. Now we're going to take these 3 garlic cloves take my knife. Hold that thought, y'all. They went flying. 2-second rule applies. Alright, y'all know I save all those onion skins and the garlic skins. I just keep throwing them in this bag till this bag gets full. And then I'll make more veggie broth. And I do have a video where I made veggie broth and pressure canned it. And it's up here or down here somewhere. Randy will put it where you can find it. It is so, so good. And it's out of pure waste. Just things that that you normally would toss in the trash. Makes the best veggie broth. Okay, now it's all nice and brown on both sides. So now I'm going to take it out and just leave it on this pan for a few minutes. And we're going to add those veggies. Okay, I call my plate a pan, but you got the idea. You saw it with a platter. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop those onions. And I'm going to drop my peppers. And my peppers were already cut because I buy them when they're in season and then I freeze them. And then I don't have to pay all that high dollar later. So we're going to put about a cup of green and red pepper in there. Just like that. And we're going to give that a stir. To get all those nice little giblets up off the bottom. And we're going to let that brown, let the onions brown for just a minute or two. Let them get soft. And then we'll add that garlic. Okay, it's time to add my garlic now. And I'm going to use my press. And I'm going to go one at a time into that press. Last one. Alright, oh, that smell. You know when that garlic hits that pan, it's just so nice. Okay, now we're going to start adding our seasoning. Okay, I'm going to put about 1/4 teaspoon of parsley. About 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. Maybe a little more. I like oregano. About 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. And that chicken bouillon, I am going to measure that because that stuff is super salty. And I need about a teaspoon of the chicken bouillon. Going to give that a good stir. And we're going to add our chicken broth. Or wait, first we're going to add our mushrooms. And I'm going to put juice and all in there. Get those in. Nice and incorporated. Now we're going to add that chicken broth. Okay, I got about a cup of chicken broth. Give that a little stir. And then I used to use a can, you know, one of the little 6-ounce cans of tomato paste. But I found this, and it's clean. It has tomato and salt. And I can stick it in the fridge, and if I only need a couple of ounces instead of the whole thing, then I can stick it in the fridge. So, I actually need the whole tube, because this is a can, it's a can of tomato paste. Looks good to me. Now we're going to give that a good stir. Okay, now my base is made. Now I'm going to add that chicken back in there. I'm just going to stick that chicken right down in that sauce. Inside up. It's still going to be a little loose, but it won't be as soggy as if you didn't. Now we're going to put that lid on there, and we're going to drop it all the way down to low to just a simmer and let that chicken cook. All right, now we're going to get onto our pasta, because that shouldn't take more than 20 minutes, because you know we already pan fried the chicken, so but we want to make sure it's done. I'm going to allow it that 20 minutes, because that's about how long it's going to take me to make the pasta. So we're going to get started doing that. All right, I'm going to use a whole half gallon of water. And I'm going to heavily salt that water, because I want my pasta to have flavor. So it's probably a good 2 tablespoons. And you know, realistically, only about 10% of that will actually absorb into the pasta. So I put a lot so that my pasta has that good, nice, salty flavor. Now we're going to lid it off. We're going to set that up on a high flame. Get that lid on there. Get that water to boiling. Okay, my pasta's ready, or my water's ready. So I'm going to drop enough pasta on it. About that much for the two of us. And then that's enough for lunch tomorrow. All right, we're going to give that a stir and make sure they're not sticking together. And then I'm going to set that lid askew, and we're going to boil for about 12 minutes. Hey, now my pasta is done and drained. Magic. Now we're going to add some olive oil. And the reason I do that, number one, it won't stick. And number two, the more fat you have in a dish, the less they'll eat, because fat is more satiating. So they won't eat as much and still be full if you just add a little fat here and there. Just poke it, and if it's fork tender, it is done. Look at there, my chicken is done. Same time as my pasta. Everything's hot and ready for the table. There you have it, Chicken Cacciatore. Perfect weeknight meal. Easy, fast, all pantry staples. Y'all have a great day. Bye.